everybody, welcome back to Tazzcraft. So I'm over here back at my base, and I just want to talk just a little bit because some things are going on to kind of change up the pacing a little bit. I have videos coming out, but not on my channel. I've been recording with Sabrina, Sabiosaurus, I believe, is her new thing, 101. I think that's her new thing. And so we're playing Terraria. I decided I'd show her something fun, and we're doing a playthrough of that on her channel. So if you ever want more of craziness in gaming, just go visit her page out. I swear it'll be worth it. As for Minecraft, I haven't really done anything down there. As you can tell, I have mainly just been working on my main building. So if we come up here, let us jump around, and voila! Here we are. It is looking fantastic. I love how it is, at least at the moment. We still have to work on the sides, get the sides out, and get the support structure on those over there, but for the most part it is coming together really well. I should see if I could do you know what, just if you feel like commenting on whether or not it needs to have one more layer, because I do have another idea to make one more layer on top of this and to really polish that off. My problem is going back. I don't know quite how I'm going to live up to what this front face is turning into. So my basis I wanted to go off on with this build was Dark Souls. A game that is very near and dear to my heart. And I've taken some liberties, obviously moving the circular staircase to the side as opposed to the entranceway. I'm going to have to bring the entranceway down, and I made some changes to the overall design structure just to make my life a little bit easier. Not easy by any means, but I'm trying to conserve, quote unquote, conserve on quartz. But I could totally just put a roof on this and call it done, but at least for this front face. But I'm thinking that there is room to the sky limit, and if we wanted to, we could go absolutely insane with it. Just let me know what you guys think about that. We'll do a very short tour, just because, again, it is just the face here. I'm spending a lot of time on this, so I want it to come out absolutely perfectly. So we've got the face, and here we've got our little statues sitting guard, and when we come in, obviously there's nothing inside yet. What we're going to be doing is moving these walls and just pushing them all the way down, and then building other supports, not like that, definitely smaller than that. We're going to be building supports out that way, and this entire first floor is going to be open. Now this is where things are going to get really crazy, and people are going to call me nuts because I have probably more mental disorders than I do subscribers. Let's say we do that, right? We expand it out that way, we need to fit something in each of these corners. I'm thinking giant statues. I'm thinking we'll do giant statue. We're gonna round this out, so I might actually have to come in here and figure out some sort of half circle to kind of fit it within the build itself. Although I don't think it's going to be that hard to fit it within the build, considering we have so much space to work with. But that is the actual second layer flooring. I don't know if I need to say that again. That is the second layer flooring. So the first layer is literally this tall. I want to have a second layer with a decent amount of headspace. I'm not going to worry too much about that. It depends on if there's going to be a another section on there, which you guys, hopefully in the comments, will say yay or nay to. And then we're going to, so if there is one, then there's not going to be a floor above it. It is going to give second floor more room, and it's going to be rafters up on there. So we might have something fun to do with rafters, just like normal Dark Souls. But this second floor is also going to be very, very, very strange here. So we have all this room, and what I'm thinking is right about here, kind of like all the way down, every once in a while, I want to have pillars going up to this ring. I don't want it to be a solid platform up there. I don't want to put a roof on this build. I want everything to be open. And if everything is open, not to the sky, obviously it's going to have a roof on it, but I'm saying the entire building itself, I want to have access to the entire building by just flying an elytra up there. Literally, I should have enough room to use a duration 1. I think a duration 1 would get me up there really easily. But if I'm like all the way back here, I don't know if a duration 1's going to get me there. So maybe we're going to have to go with duration 2 or 3s in order to get through this entire building. But that's going to be the plan. I kind of, we're going to turn it like half, we're going to turn it partially into an aviary, because we're going to be able to fly around inside a building we built in Minecraft, which I think is going to be fantastic. I really hope you guys are enjoying this build as much as I am. I do have some other things I gotta do, like I gotta take these lanterns and I'm gonna have to build them inside of these, I was gonna say silos, but that's not exactly what they are. They're gonna be a lot more like silos if I decide to put farms in here. Now, farms themselves, I don't know exactly what would be a great thing to do, but we do have room for pretty much everything. Now, part of my problem with this in particular is going to be those towers, because I do kind of, again, if that is going to be higher, these towers need to be higher, and they're probably going to have yet another support coming out of them. So is that ideal? I don't know. Will it look cool? It's going to look cool regardless. I've got, like, I am so confident that this build is going to be 100% the best thing on the server. I'm super hoping that it kind of gets recognized as not just what it is for the server, but like community as a whole. I want this thing to be top notch, and we're getting there slowly but surely. As you can tell, I've kind of started decorating at the base of the towers too. That's going to be in and of itself such a long process. Now, how that's going to work, I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get more scaffolding. Yeah, look how much scaffolding I already went through. I have to get more scaffolding, bring it all the way up, and we're going to have to kind of build on the outskirts and hopefully just not die, because that's going to be a very real possibility. Is when you're building this high, you can just fall and then, like, I don't know, misjump the elytra, or like feather falling ain't gonna save you from here. But we're gonna have plenty of room. Oh, that's kind of a trippy effect. Everything, whoop, it's giving kind of waves. Another thing that's going to be happening is I'm going to be working on getting a shader so that this is going to look even more beautiful than it already is. As you can tell, lighting is already becoming a thing. It's going to be way more prevalent once I put more details in, because any detail that ends in a flat block is going to need spawn protection. So in order to protect spawning, I really don't want to make sacrifices to the design itself. If it happens to end up on a full block, that means we're just going to have to light it up. Now, that's kind of become an issue every once in a while. As you can see right there, there's some really, really dark spots, and that means we've been having problems with things spawning down there. So lighting it, meanwhile building it, is kind of the kick in the pants. So if you guys have any sort of suggestions for this build, please let me know. I'd love to hear it. The other thing that I wanted to point out, because first thing was obviously this building's going really, really well, and I hope you guys are liking it and kind of plans for this building in the future. The second thing I really wanted to get through was talking about Sabrina, obviously, Sabrina and her channel and our playing through of Terraria, which is, again, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's not what you'd expect. That's where I'm gonna leave that one, and hopefully it makes you curious enough to at least check it out. But the third thing is that there is somebody on the Tazzcraft server. Obviously they're not on, there's nobody on besides me right now, but there is somebody on the Tazzcraft server that has gotten trolled by me. Now I'm not saying who it is, I'm not saying what I did, but there is somebody on all of Tazzcraft that is being trolled currently. Whether or not that's going to be a lasting troll, I'm not sure. I do have videos on it. So I made a video today about trolling him or her, and let's just say that it's set up so that it could last a very long time. So hopefully that gets you guys excited. I'm excited about it. It seems like it's gonna be an absolute blast when they actually figure it out. Yeah, no, that's about it. Again, we're gonna have to clean up some torches and get this. See, the sea lanterns, I like the look. I like the look, and it fits, but at the same time it doesn't, because it's just, I don't know if I need to like redo these in smooth stone or, you know, something to make them less like sticking out. But I think until we have a peaceful server, which is never going to happen, because why would you ever want a peaceful server? We're just gonna have to deal with lights in the ground that look like lamps. So again, people are probably going to be like, oh, just throw down gray carpet. And I'm like, that doesn't, it won't look good. Especially because, like, the half, yeah, it's just going to be sticking out. And, so, we're just going to leave that there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please, again, look out for Sabrina's content. We had a whole bunch of fun doing stuff over there. And we also, there's also one of the Tazzcrafters. So if you look up Tazzcraft on YouTube, one of the Tazzcrafters is going to be getting a very, very, very entertaining surprise. Hopefully, I really hope it goes well, because it should be excellent. Should never see it coming, and it might be a thing that lasts for months. Like that's how ingrained it is. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, take it easy.